So the question sometimes arises, you know, who is helping who? Who is helping who, right? Am I helping you, or are you helping me, or are we helping each other, right? You know, I could say I'm helping you because there are some things that I've learned, you know, I'm gonna tell you about. There is another part that is also true, which is if I wouldn't see the benefit for myself, I wouldn't do it, you know? I wouldn't talk to you about the things I've learned, you know, if I wouldn't have realized that there's something in it for me. Whoa! You know, now it said leave them, for instance. Why, right? Why take this and then leave that, right? So it's basically we are helping each other. I'm helping you by putting myself out there. Whoa, scheiße. And you are helping me by watching my content. Is that true? Do you feel like I'm helping you? Do you feel like you're helping me? Right? Why take that now? I cannot quite say. So who's helping who? You know, am I helping nature? Or is nature helping me? So maybe because nature is helping me, I want to help nature. Right? Maybe I'm helping nature because nature is helping me. Maybe nature is helping me because I'm helping nature. And maybe I've been helping nature because, you know, who's who, right? I mean, nature brought me into existence. Nature is what feeds me. Nature is what creates life, because nature is madness, right? Nature is madness. It's the free spirit of creation. It's where creation can go as nuts as it wants to go without fearing, you know, to be maybe laughed at or something. So that's why MySpace, which is my website, which is all of this stuff that I'm doing, that's my world. That's where I can do whatever I want to do. And that's why it's important for me to do so. And that's why nobody can tell me, you know, what stuff to shoot into my body. You know, I don't specifically like needles. I've never liked them. As a child, I have been forced to like them and to accept them. And all I can say now is no, right? Because now I'm a grown person, you know, I've accepted this is the way I am, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, so I can say yes and no to certain things. In what degree we can get others to do something for us because we'd like that experience, I cannot really say. Like, if you have a woman to love you and you really want anal sex as a man, right? Is it then your right to be angry if your wife doesn't want it. It isn't. But you can try, of course, to say to her, listen, I've seen it. I'd really want to try it. And there's nobody else to try it with because you're the only woman I have. And that's not in a bad way, that's just like nice. And so when that woman says, okay, let's try it because she really wants to, because maybe that's the mad part in her that really actually wants to experience it, and the only thing that kept her was her own fear, right? Then it's all right. But then you also have to accept if she's vehemently against it and she keeps saying no, 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 I don't want it, I don't want it, I don't want it, then you just let it go and you say, all right, I've tried, I've done my part, you know, I cannot force her. And so you then let go of it. You don't keep pushing to break her. But you've clearly made your point, you know, I would like to try it. She says yes, she says no. If she says no, she will have a reason. Maybe she's gonna say yes in 10 years. But then you've waited enough, you've been patient enough, you know, maybe you've then earned it. And then she says, I'm gonna give my anus to you, right? To this experience, because now I trust you enough, you know, that you won't use me. And that's the same, just for your own benefit. And that's the same basically about pornography. Men that force their women into doing porn with them because they want to feel better about themselves, being seen by millions of people having sex because they alone don't feel enough, because they are insecure. You know, that's just as bad as women using men to do the same for them. So there's a guy, if you watch porn anyway, there's a guy called Brad Newman, I think, and you can clearly see that he's being used by one actress who maybe was sick of being handed around from one actor to another, and now she's settled with a guy, and you can tell he's actually exhausted. What he wants is love. What she wants is to be worshipped and fucked. So, you know, there's always that middle path, right? It's like up, it's down, and then there's like this way. So, you know, maybe you're gonna use the middle path, and it's going to be a bit less steep sometimes, right? It's gonna be a bit less steep, but you're still gonna get to the top. And so, yeah, psychedelics are sometimes like a shortcut. So I feel like when I'm clinging, when I'm like stuck in a rut and I don't seem to get out of it, I feel like, you know, there's something holding me back. You know, what do I do then? I start craving for psychedelics. And just something I would like to say, you know, how long it has taken me now to manifest this camera into my life, this way of recording videos for YouTube. I've tried a lot, and I've learned that what I really want to do is I want to go for walks and I want to film myself. And previously I have been using my camera in the walking talker or the talking walker, I don't remember. That was with my phone. But it was really shit because I often almost dropped it. You know, it was shit to hold it. The quality was terrible. And then I thought, you know, what I really want is an action cam. But I want to provide this action cam with the money that I've worked for. And then what happened was, you know, I thought, you know, there's going to be this big success, this really big success of money flowing in, you know, it's gonna be right around the corner. And I was always waiting for this, like the big push through, you know, millions of books, and suddenly I'm like the hero of the world. look at him, it's the Barbarian Lunatic, you know, hail him, praise him, you know, he's the best guy in the world, you know, we all want to have sex with him. You know, that's how you feel like when you're on YouTube. You're just constantly waiting, you're like fapping to it, like, oh my god, it's gonna happen, like, you know, that's what you're doing to yourself. You like think, you know, I'm the best guy in the world, you know, and you're walking around with a strut and you like say, fuck me, and then I say, yeah, fuck you, right? That's then me talking to myself saying, fuck you for your arrogance, man. Fuck you for being such an arrogant prick. Like, what's your deal? You know, you're not better than others. You're just as shit as they are because, you know, I need all these things. I need people to watch my content. Why do you think I'm watching every day on YouTube? You know, every day, several times, I'm getting off on checking my views. It's like, 500 views for a video. Look at me, I'm so amazing. You know, I'm just as selfish as anybody else is out there. You know, I just happen, you know, I'm so much better because I'm saying it. You know, I'm so honest. I'm saying how cool I am, like, look at me, you know, I'm a fucking maniac and I love it. You know, that's as nice as it is shit. Because madness is a secure road to damnation. And the madder you get, the more you're gonna lose yourself. So I sometimes say, you know, 30% madness, 70% sanity. Sometimes maybe you want 80% madness. Sometimes I have a lot of madness and little sanity, and that kind of scares me. Because then I'm like this. Where am I? Where am I, right? Like, where am I? You know, I want to film myself because I want people to see me, you know? I want them to worship me. Is that good? Or is it bad? You're a bad child. You're a bad child. You know, you're bad because you've done all these things. And now I realize that money isn't going to come just like that. I have to be a bit more patient. And as I realized this, something else struck me as very true and very kind of shit. And that is, damn it, I have to do something now. And what is that? I have to go and work at a cinema to earn some money. But it wasn't just that, you know, I have to do it, you know. I wanted to because I realized I want this camera. You know, as much as I hate YouTube because of its censorship, you know, I also love it for the opportunity it gives me, which is doing exactly what I want to do and getting people to help me to do it by helping them to do what they want to do, right? And anybody who clings to YouTube better clings to me for a while. You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, it's not better or worse, it's just different. And what I want to say, you know, if you don't like me, just listen to Ram Dass. If you don't like Ram Dass, just listen to Alan Watts. If you don't like Alan Watts, just listen to Terence McKenna. If you don't like Terence McKenna, just listen to Rupert Sheldrake. And if you don't like any of these people, and you're German and you actually hate English, listen to Tristan Nolting. Right? Denkmal podcast. You know, that's all I can tell to you. And there's so many things. And there are so many possibilities out there for you to figure out what you want. You know, I'm just one of them. You know, if you really hate me, you know, all you have to do is figure out what you like. Because if you're stuck on hating me, right, you're stuck in hate. Instead of hating me, you could also just say, hey, wait, maybe I hate that guy. But maybe the only reason I hate him, because I hate myself, and for me it's easier to hate him, and then I say, well, go on, mate, fucking hate me. You know, you can hate me. You can really hate me, you know? Why don't you just hate me? Oh, why don't you just love me? Please love me. You know, it's like people who are the angriest fucker in the room. They're the most desperate to be loved. Because they're really trying for somebody to show them, you're a piece of shit, right? They want to be tormented. If that doesn't make sense to you, right, take the time. You know, I'm such a fucking idiot. And I love it, right? You see, it doesn't really matter. I don't really want to talk about people, but sometimes you watch videos or idiots in videos and they're like, you know, I'm Emma Watson. You know, I don't want to pick on you, right? But if you hear this, just take it as some personal advice to you. Just because you know, stand in public, you don't have to say what everybody wants to hear, which is like equality. It's like, I'm a feminist, right? Women should be men or something. No, you've got it all wrong. Women should be women. Men should be men. And now men are trying to be women and women are trying to be men. And that's just kind of fucked up, isn't it? It's like, I mean, how much pretense can we take? You know, life is a dance. And, you know, if women are trying to be men and men are trying to be women, you know, who's gonna dance in the end? Because men cannot bear children and women can't father them. So if we're just like fucking with our own gender, that's basically incest, isn't it? Right? So instead of looking in other men for what we love or hate, yeah, we look at them and we say, hey, that's what I hate in that guy. So that's probably what I hate in myself, or what I would like to love in myself, but because I don't love it in myself, I hate it in that guy because he has it and I can't have it. Yes, you can. You can. And how do you know? Well, because I've tried and I found it. And that's why I say, good day to you. It's Christopher-Reusch.com. Please buy my books. Buy them. I really need your support. You know, I really need you to buy my books. And then when you buy it, the funny thing about it is going to be, you're going to hold it in your hands and a part of you is going to wonder, holy shit, why did I just do that? Did he just sell me a book and I haven't even realized it? Did he, you know, emotionally manipulate me into buying something that I could have given myself? You know, I'm just saying it to you. Don't buy the book unless you can't help it. You know, it's like reverse psychology. I'm telling you not to buy it to increase your wish to buy it because, you know, I don't want you to buy it to make me richer. I want you to buy it because you really want to, you know? And somebody who's this honest to me, you know, he must have my best interest at heart. Yeah, which in a way I really do. But at the same time, you know, I just go and say, you know, whatever. I don't really care. You know, all I care is that you do what you want to do and that you buy my book, right? No, I want to do what I want to do. And that's a trap for me as well. Because I'm clinging to the idea of what I want to do. There's also the problem that, you know, I'm afraid that I can't do it anymore. And I'm afraid that I need all kinds of things to do it, which is like a woman, which is like a place for myself, which is like money. But the thing is, I'm not, you know, I can decide I like to do what I'm doing here. I cannot decide whether people are going to like it as well. That's what life is going to decide. Just as I'm just walking around with some kind of thing in my hand, like this is an extension of myself, the camera. And I'm an extension of yourself telling you, because obviously you want to hear it, I'm telling you, right, this is the path. You're walking it already. All you have to do is continue by consulting your feeling, where is it I want to go, right? And then you check out all kinds of places, and then you walk them, and then you say, hey, this feels awfully good. And, you know, sometimes I don't know what's around the next corner. I have no idea. And neither do you. You know, Whoa! There's some really big mushrooms, and I have to pee, and that's where this video is gonna end. Well, that was 20 minutes. That's a very long time.